Good afternoon. I'm Dana Tyler. This is your CBS2 News afternoon update. And we begin right now with breaking news. A federal grand jury in Manhattan has found former New York Senate Majority Leader Dean Skelos and his son Adam guilty on all counts. Prosecutors say Dean Skelos used his political clout to intimidate companies into giving his son no-show jobs. The defense portrayed Skelos as a father who was simply asking friends and associates to help his troubled son. They were convicted of bribery, extortion, and conspiracy in 2015, but the convictions were overturned after a Supreme Court decision narrowed the definition of political corruption. Again, Dean Skelos, New York's former Senate Majority Leader, and his son, Adam, have been convicted on all counts in this second trial. All right, the weather is a big story right now. It is raining quite heavily outside our studios here on West 57th Street. Let's get right to CBS2's John Elliott. The storms, they're here.
Hey, good afternoon, Dana. And you're right. I want to just give you an update real quickly. Just in the last few minutes, the National Weather Service allowed a severe thunderstorm warning for Dutchess County to expire, and they have trimmed the severe thunderstorm watch, now contained to Connecticut and into parts of New England. But let's talk about those busy storms and give you a few kind of radar snapshots of what's going on. You can see that line now through Rockland County into parts of northern Westchester. The forward movement of these storms is about 40 miles an hour. So now it's down through Bergen, Passaic, and into parts of West Essex, zooming in closer to the city, into parts of the Bronx. You can see that right there. That's been packing a lot of lightning. Boy, lightning is a big component to these storms. And now around Danbury, get ready. Very heavy rain heading your way. We're going to zoom down farther to the south. Want to just show you, there was that one cell right there that actually knocked out a couple of power lines there for parts of Ocean County. We had heat index values in Toms River at about 105 degrees. So all this heat now through Somerset County, Middlesex County, that's fueling these storms. Look at that line racing through parts of Morris County. Real quickly, we've got the Futurecast standing by, and it'll give us a sense of the timing between now and, say, 3:30. We see this line continue to migrate into more of Nassau and Suffolk. Going to be a slow go over the Sound into Fairfield County as well. Follow that line. That's when we see the potential for a little bit more hail in through parts of Monmouth and Ocean County. And zooming ahead past the 5 o'clock hour, we start to see some improvement. Few leftover storms, not the kind of coverage, but still potentially potent storms wrap up, and then we clear that out through the evening hours. This one other line is somewhat troubling. That's why we have to leave the possibility of a leftover shower or storm in the mix overnight. I know Dave Matthews is out at Jones Beach, so a lot of people on Facebook curious about that. Then the air starts to dry out, and it's a lot more comfortable over the next few days. In fact, we're going to hot button to the 7-day forecast to show you after we break the heat, the numbers are going to be very nice, and you're going to see nice seasonal numbers with less humidity. But please take care, and you need extra time and space. That heavy rain and flooding, a big concern this afternoon. Of course, we'll have a full update with Elise coming up on the TV side at 5 o'clock. Right now, we'll send it back to Dana.
John, thank you for all of those details. Right now, a sad update to last Friday's fatal house fire in Jersey City. A fifth child who was in the building has passed away. Investigators say a 4-year-old girl named Shamira Lopez died from her injuries. The fire broke out early Friday morning in a 3-story home. 3 children died that day. A teenager died Sunday. Investigators know the fire started on the first floor, but are still trying to figure out how it started. And in Passaic, fire investigators are trying to figure out what sparked a fire that ruined some stores and a row of businesses. Firefighters, there were several of them who were treated for smoke, for heat exhaustion. They were fighting that fire in such heat. CBS2's Jenna DeAngelis has more.
Firefighters believe it started in the kitchen of one of the restaurants, but they're still working to figure out a cause. At this point, they're keeping a close watch on the building for any hot spots before they can go in. The good news is everyone made it out of the building. Fast-moving flames and thick smoke shooting out of a strip of businesses on Lexington Avenue. This morning, Chopper 2 over the extensive damage. A roof charred and collapsed. And on the ground, business owners taking in what's left of their livelihood.
Inside, nothing. Everything is destroyed.
Heidi Tito's travel agency has been part of the strip between Monroe and Quincy Streets for more than a decade.
This is one of the risks of the business. Nothing is secure in this life. Everything has a risk. So I suffered now this risk, What can I do? Start again.
The 6-alarm fire broke out after 10 Monday night, burning through the morning. The fire chief says it started in the kitchen of El Chevrolet restaurant. The cause is not clear, but he says some of the appliances severed the gas lines, which contributed to the spread. At least 6 businesses were destroyed. Most were closed at the time of the fire, and firefighters were able to get everyone out of the others.
At least we are alive, because could be worse, right?
12 firefighters were taken care of on scene for heat exhaustion. Not only were they fighting the fire, but the humidity.
Which causes the fire to back down, smoke, zero visibility. At one time, we cleared the civilians probably to the next block because the visibility was zero.
Tuesday morning, crews were still hosing down the building, putting out hot spots, keeping streets blocked off and people away from the scene.
I tried to go in this morning and they say that you can't go in because of hot spots and because of smoke.
The focus now, helping businesses rebuild. Arlene Freeman helps manage the building.
What we tried to do was try to relocate them in some of the stores so they can continue their business because they need to do this to survive.
We're told an insurance company will be here today to look at the damage. Now the mayor says he will try to make the turnaround as fast as possible for business owners. In Passaic, New Jersey, Jenna DeAngelis, CBS 2 News.
Double trouble for a driver pulled over on the way from Kennedy Airport Sunday. Law enforcement sources say they flagged the license plate on Richard Abraham's car as he drove through the Midtown Tunnel. When the Bridge and Tunnel officers popped the trunk, look at what they found. Unpaid toll tickets, and a lot of them. They say they also found a passenger in the back seat who thought Abraham was an Uber driver and had paid him for a ride into Manhattan. Abraham's license is actually suspended, and the car belongs to his cousin, who's on the hook for all of those unpaid tickets. Torn up seats fixed by duct taped. LIRR commuters say they are frustrated and fed up by all the problems they deal with every day. CBS 2's Rena Roy is demanding answers.
Hi everyone, we are here at the Sutton Boulevard and Archer Avenue LIRR station in Jamaica, Queens, checking out some pretty bad conditions on older trains. We've seen torn up seats, duct taped as a quick fix, and even some broken, unusable seats on multiple trains. It's something commuters say they have been dealing with for years, calling it frustrating given how much they pay for their daily commutes. Some people even taking to Twitter to complain about what they have been seeing. And coming up, we will be speaking to the LIRR president, Philip Ang, about why things have gotten so bad and what is being done to fix this issue. Make sure to stay tuned here on social media and on CBS 2 News this evening. In Jamaica, Queens.
Thank you, Rena. The NYPD is giving the Justice Department an ultimatum in handling of the Eric Garner chokehold case. As you know, Eric Garner died 4 years ago today while being detained by police on Staten Island. Daniel Pantaleo, the officer accused of putting Garner in the chokehold, remains on desk duty. The NYPD held off on disciplinary proceedings, waiting to see the outcome of the federal investigation. Well, now the police department says it's going to move forward the end of next month, whether the federal case has wrapped up or not. A rally outside City Hall today, Garner's family called for faster action.
Why September when you could have moved in April, in May, in June, and now it's July? Let's move today.
In a statement, the Department of Justice says the NYPD case will have no bearing on its timeline. A freak accident in New Jersey and a woman had injuries. Police say 67-year-old Margaret Reynolds was on the beach at Seaside Heights yesterday when a gust of wind picked up her umbrella. Part of that umbrella pierced her right ankle and it went completely through. A fire department crew used a bolt cutter to free her. She's a tourist. She was visiting the shore from London. She was taken to Jersey Shore University Medical Center. She did issue a statement saying it was a beautiful day and a gust of wind blew the umbrella. It was just an accident. Finding parking spots when shopping on the weekend can really be, well, half the battle. At a mall in New Jersey, they're trying a new program to help shoppers find that place. Not everybody's on board, though. CBS 2's Clark Foraker working the story in Freehold.
I'm CBS 2's Clark Foraker at the Freehold Raceway Mall in New Jersey, where there's a lot of mixed opinions about a new parking program here. Here's how it works. On Saturday and Sunday, the mall is basically closing off the front 60 spots to the main entrance and charging folks $5 to park there. Now, the program is only happening on Saturdays and Sundays. The mall says it's a pseudo-valet program that they have to offer a convenience to shoppers who don't want to spend a lot of time trying to find a spot in the congested congested lot. Of course, there are a number of shoppers here who say they don't want to pay the money, and if they find that coveted front spot, they want to be able to park there free and clear. We've talked to a number of them. We'll tell you more about what they think and what the mall is saying about all the attention their pilot program's getting tonight on CBS 2 News.
And before we leave you, you know Crocs. Well, they have unveiled some new kicks. You're going to want to take a look at these. High heels, the company first known for its spongy slides, is now selling styles from wedges to heels. Would you wear them? Prices vary. These start at $30 a pair. Thanks for joining us here on this CBS 2 update on a rainy Tuesday. The storms have moved in. I'm Dana Tyler. You can always catch us at CBS New York as well as on our CBS New York Twitter pages, Facebook. And I'll see you on television later today, CBS 2 News at 6. Stay with us all afternoon for complete weather coverage as well.